Hey random stranger, we are going to be listening to a song that was recommended by both Platypus and nasumE called Sirius No Shinzou by the artist Isekaijoucho. I do see that the kanji for Shinzou means heart, and it is odd that they're using that instead of kokoro, which is like what is typically used when singing about love and emotion and all that stuff. A double recommendation is always a good sign, so here we go.
歌を歌うのは寂しいから目を閉じるのは聞きたいから風を読むのはあなたを少しでも近くに感じたいから
I love that little skip in the piano. That is a pure voice, isn't it? She has beautiful tone. Also, I'm in love with the pianist already. Under the 1 minute mark. Yes. Ah, nice. I love that run up the scale with the crescendo. That's some classical piano playing there. Ah, nice. I mean, she's singing beautifully, but I'm really drawn to the piano playing. It's good strength there. Ooh. What? What a weirdly endearing way to sing those repeated sixth intervals. Oh, what? Okay, it sounds like there are 2 pianos now. I can never have enough pianos. Oh, the pianist has like 3 hands. I love how they vary the piano accompaniment for each section. They've not done the same thing. It's giving the piece a very nice emotional momentum that supports this melody so well. I can't get over how unusual that is. Da, da, da. Very nice. Oh my god. That was a great key change. You ever hear me say that? I just said it. That was a great key change. Because they built it up so damn well. It's just whatever she's doing here. Amazing. Jesus, what is that? Like, that's like an A5? Oh, the piano. Ooh. Oh, that was nice too. Using that pivot chord. Now we're back in the original key. Oh my god. I enjoyed that so much. It felt like I was taken on a legit journey. And the first thing I'd like to say as a classical pianist is how much I appreciate that the piano, which was the only accompanying instrument in this song, not only supported the vocal melody, but helped drive that emotional narrative of the song through some really interesting textual and dynamic changes and variations. Like in verse 1, it starts with this minimal texture, just simple arpeggios, and those sustained bass octaves. And then skip ahead a bit more. It just expands to more complex harmonic patterns. It goes out more towards both the high and lower registers of the piano. It's just fuller chords and stronger dynamics during sort of the later sections. And then at various points, the piano part adds like different flourishes depending on the mood. Is this where the runs are? There you are, like those rapid runs that just serve to increase the intensity of the emotion. And then I love that, you know, the dun 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 dun, and then we get the very light 3/4 like waltz hops. It's such light playing, and I think the grace notes were here too. Yeah, those high-pitched grace notes. To just bring it back to a more contemplative state. Yeah, like those acciacaturas. Actually, during this weirdly ethereal part, I wanted to point out something that the piano is doing that you rarely hear piano accompaniments do in most other mainstream J-pop songs, and that is a dynamic and textural separation between the left and the right hands. Most J-pop songs that have piano parts, the piano playing is almost always relatively flat in the sense that the left and the right hands are dynamically the same. You know, the left hand may be playing bass patterns while the right hand is either doubling up on the melody or playing some sort of arpeggio, but there is no difference in the technique or the texture that is used for both hands. It's played very straight. By contrast, in this section, you can very clearly hear that the left hand is both playing the emphasized notes of that bass line in a sort of smooth rolling phrase. So the da, 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 and interspersed between that smooth bass line are the waltz chords on the 2 and 3. So it's like da, 2, 3, da, 2, 3, da, 2, 3, da, all the while making that smooth bass line very smooth. There's definitely jumping going on in the left hand, but you almost can't tell because they've emphasized the notes and the phrasing so well. And then in the meantime, you have the right hand, which is also doing something completely different. It's like way up in the higher stratosphere, playing these really light grace notes. So to have your two hands doing 3 distinct piano touches there is, that takes skill. And so therefore I say to the pianist, well done. Like, you helped carry the emotional narrative of the song through just great piano technique and just very heartfelt playing. This was actual piano playing that breathed along with the vocal phrasing. Whoever composed it clearly understands the potential of the piano to add so much more depth to the emotion of a song. Of course, huge compliments also to Isekaijoucho's voice. It has a very much a classical quality to it. It's very refined, it's sweet but also haunting at the same time. I'm not a vocal specialist, as you know, but I can hear the range in texture that she has and how she used it at different parts of the song to just inject different types of feelings. For example, here, she's so solid and warm and adds that lovely classic vibrato on the longer notes. And then of course here, it's like airy and almost weightless. The ability to move between such different vocal colors is very impressive. Key changes were minimal, but they were perfect. Like we went from the E flat major to the F major during this second time that she does the weird ethereal thing. Still an E flat major here. And that was a bit of a sudden jump, but you know, completely earned because of that huge build up prior. And then I loved how they used that one pivot chord to return us from the F major back to the original E flat major. A minor, B flat major, B flat 7. Using that B flat major 7 as a pivot chord created a seamless path, transitioning us back to that E flat major, because most of the chord tones, when they made that shift, moved by only just a step or stayed exactly the same. So when we did modulate from the F major back to the E flat major, it didn't feel jarring, but there was also a sense of intrigue and like, ooh, interest, because there was a real harmonic shift that happened. Just wanted to quickly have a read through the lyrics, and it does seem like a song of intense longing and sadness that someone that they loved is no longer in reach. They've become like a light, like a star. I think that bit about when they wonder if their heart flickers is talking about like the twinkling of a star. Like it's personifying something that's really far away to represent someone that you've lost. Kind of reminds me of like Mustafa in The Lion King, actually. Oh, that part that I kept calling the weird ethereal part, that's actual legit Morse code? Wait, what? Oh my god, it matches. That is wild. So what is it saying? I love you, I love you, I love you. Jeez, that's crazy. Thank you, Platypus and nasumE, for putting this song in front of me. I think both Isekaijoucho's very rich vocal textures and also the sophisticated classical piano playing expressed everything that those lyrics seem to be expressing too. You know, the fact that you're kind of shifting from a state of sorrow to maybe something more hopeful, like a more cosmic, transcendent hope. I loved it. I really am glad that I got to hear the song today.